Hey friends, welcome to the Plaid X2 channel. My name is John. On this channel, we talk all things physical media, movies, music, books. So if you're into that kind of thing, go ahead and subscribe down below for more of that kind of content. Well friends, this is a response video to a challenge put out by Huck's Pop Culture Cafe. If you have not been on Huck's channel before, all the links will be below. He's got a fantastic channel, high energy, really original content. So I encourage you to check out his channel. Huck, thank you so much for inviting the community to participate in this challenge. This is an A to Z challenge with numbers included, where you pick one film from each number, all through the letters, and you have 5 cheats. Now, I decided to do no cheats. So I've got no cheats in this one, and this is a little bit different for me. It's impossible for me to find like my favorite out of the letters. It's impossible. But what I decided to do with my picks is, if I was going to someone's house today and they said, I'm responsible to bring the movies, the selections we'll choose from, and I got to pick one from each letter and a number, these are the ones I would bring today. If you ask me tomorrow, it might be different. But today, if you ask me to bring the titles over that we would select from, these are the ones that I would bring, one from each letter and a number thrown in there as well. So anyway, Huck, thank you again for the invitation to participate in this one, and these are my picks. Okay, so starting with the numbers, of course, I'm going to go with 13 Hours. I've seen this film probably 3 or 4 times, and every single time I've watched it, I'm on the edge of my seat. I absolutely love it. So this would be like a high action drama, suspense film that I would absolutely bring for my numbers. Next, for the letter A, this is one that I don't see many people talk about, and I really enjoy it. It's my favorite of this actor's filmography, which I know will generate a lot of hate, but that's okay. And this is Arnold Schwarzenegger in Aftermath. I love this film so much. It's a very, very powerful film, very much a drama film. And if you've never seen this one, you should absolutely check it out. It is great. So this is what I bring for the letter A. If you ask me today, I'm bringing Aftermath. For the letter B, I'm bringing a classic, and it's a classic. I love it, and it's one of my all-time favorites, and it is Breakfast at Tiffany's with Audrey Hepburn. You cannot go wrong with an Audrey Hepburn film, and I would absolutely bring this for the letter B. Fantastic film, highly recommend it if you've never seen it. For the letter C, we're going to go with comedy, and it's going to be ridiculous and foolish. It's one of my all-time favorites, starring Martin Short and Charles Grodin, and it is Clifford. It's a ridiculous film. If you've never seen it, you should absolutely check it out. And if you have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Just act like a normal human boy. I love this film, Clifford. It's so good. So for letter C, I'm bringing Clifford. For the letter D, we're going into the Criterion Collection. In fact, this is Spine number 1024 from 1939, starring one of my favorites, James Stewart and Marlene Dietrich, and it is Destry Rides Again. This is an outstanding Western. If you've never seen this one, it's really, really great. I purchased it for James Stewart, and Marlene Dietrich, in my opinion, steals the film. She was outstanding. Highly recommend this one as a fantastic Western and a great Criterion selection. This next one for the letter E stars one of my all-time favorites. In fact, as I'm filming this one today, it is her birthday. And this is The Egg and I, starring Claudette Colbert. If you've never seen this one, it is silly. It is just a fun film. Also co-starring Fred MacMurray. I would highly recommend this one. So this would be a very lighthearted film that I would bring over if I was responsible for bringing some films. For the letter F, this is a favorite of mine. This is an A24 film, and Awkwafina stars in this, and it is The Farewell. This would be a highly dramatic film and very emotional. Great comedy in there as well, but a dramatic, emotional film, and one, if you've never seen it, is absolutely worth picking up and checking out. Fantastic performances and a ton to think through. This is one you definitely can watch more than once. So I'd bring The Farewell for the letter F. For the letter G, I'm not a musical guy at all. I don't enjoy them. I would love to enjoy them more, but I can't get into them. With the exception of this one, I saw this one a couple of months ago, and I absolutely loved this one, and it is The Greatest Showman with Hugh Jackman. I prefer Hugh Jackman with steel claws and a beard, but in this one, I took a risk on it, and I loved it. I found it for $1 at a thrift store, and I highly recommend this one. Even if you're not a musical person, like I'm not, this is a fantastic film, so I'm bringing that for the letter G. For the letter H, we're going back to ridiculous, foolish comedy with Hot Rod, Andy Samberg. This is a foolish film. It is from start to finish ridiculous. The premise is ridiculous, and I would bring this for the letter H because we would laugh the entire time. For the letter I haven't done any animation, so I'm going to bring this one for animation because it's my favorite all-time animated film, and that is Pixar's Inside Out. This is a brilliant, brilliant film. I know it's a kid's film, but on so many levels, it is so deep. This is very much for adults as well. Inside Out, highly recommend. That's what I'm bringing for the letter I. For the letter J, this is one of my all-time favorite films. It is emotionally, it takes you everywhere. You laugh a ton in it, and there's a ton to think about in the film as well. And it is Jojo Rabbit. If you've never seen it, highly recommend it. And thankful that I've seen this film, and I will see it many, many more times because it's so good. So for the letter J, I'm bringing Jojo Rabbit. For the letter K, we're going back to the Criterion Collection, maybe my all-time favorite actor from 1921, Spy Number 799. We're going with the kid, Chaplin. If you've never checked out silent films before, you've never checked out Chaplin, I would recommend you start right here with the kid. It is really funny. It is moving, heartwarming, sad in some parts. The kid, that's where we're going with the letter K. With the letter L, we are going with a film that is really, really funny, stacked cast, and it is Logan Lucky. If you've never seen this one, you're missing out. Really, really great. Highly recommend this one. Tons of fun. It's just a fun film. I'm going with this one for the letter L. For the letter M, I don't watch many romantic movies, romantic comedies, none of that stuff. It's not my thing. But this one I saw a few years ago, and I love this movie so much. And it is starring Owen Wilson in Midnight in Paris. This is just a phenomenal film. I've watched this a few times, and I will watch it many, many more times. This is what I'm bringing for the letter M. For the letter N, this was recommended to me by my good friend Tiffany, and it might be my favorite movie. It's so good, and it is 9 Days. This film is brilliant, and at the end of this film, I'm a wreck, and I have so much to think about. I left this film, watching it in my living room, I walked away thinking about my life and being filled with gratitude for just the moment I have in the very moment I'm in right now. So this is a film, if you've never seen it, don't sleep on this one. Pick it up. I'm bringing this for the letter N. This would be one, if we brought over to a friend's house, we're gonna spend some deep time talking and thinking. So 9 Days. This is the opposite end of the spectrum for the letter O. For whatever reason, this is a comfort film of mine. I throw it in, I've seen it countless times, and it is Once Upon a Deadpool. It's silly. Fred Savage is in there doing these small cameos. It's ridiculous. I'm bringing this for the letter O. Letter P, this film was highly recommended to me. I went out and bought it, and they were right. It was absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal cast as well, and it is the Peanut Butter Falcon. So that's what we're bringing for the letter P. If you've never seen this one, it's just beautiful, really, really beautiful. Don't sleep on this one either. Pick this one up. For the letter Q, I only own 2 films with the letter Q. Quantum of Solace, which I've never seen before, so I'm not bringing that. So I'm bringing the other one that many other people have already chosen. And so it is A Quiet Place. It's great. I'm not a horror guy. This is about as horror as I get if it's in my collection. But it's phenomenal. Great writing, great cast, great story, great acting. For the letter Q, that's what I'm bringing. For the letter R, it's a really, really fun comedy starring Simon Pegg, and it is Run, Fat Boy, Run. I've seen this one many times. I'll watch it many, many more times. Highly recommend this one. For the letter S, this is a perfect film. There's not many films that I'd say are perfect. This one is perfect, and it stars, again, James Stewart. This is from 1940, and this is a perfect film with Margaret Sullivan. The Shop Around the Corner. If you've never seen this one, pick it up. Warner Archive put out a great release on this. Really, really worth watching. It's got romance, it's got comedy. It's really, really great. The Shop Around the Corner. The letter T, my favorite, one of my all-time favorite films, and maybe my favorite Tom Hanks film, even though he's not in it a lot. And it is That Thing You Do. This is fun, start to finish. The music is amazing. The story is phenomenal. I feel like super happy and uplifted at the end of it. That Thing You Do, highly recommend it. Letter T. For the letter U, I'm going with the Criterion Collection again, and this is a foreign language film, and this one is in Italian, and this is Umberto D. Phenomenal story, heart-moving, beautifully shot. It is in black and white, which is one of my favorite kinds of film, but I didn't fill this list with all black and white films like some of you thought I might. But this one, really, really great. Next Criterion sale, if you're looking to get into some black and white film, foreign language film, this would be one I would highly recommend. Really, really great. If you're a dog lover, you need to check this one out. For the letter V, we are going with one that is just a lot of fun. Again, this is light. The ones I chose this one, most of them are light. We have some drama. This is Viva Las Vegas with Elvis. Really, really fun film. If you've never seen it, check it out. It's worth it. Obviously, a lot of music. Recommend this one highly. It's great. The next one, for the letter W, we're going back to Warner Archive, and we're going back to Audrey Hepburn and Wait Until Dark. Tim Talks Talkies and my friend Jeff Hammer both highly recommended this one, and I ended up winning this one actually via Tim Talks Talkies, his channel, and they were all right. This is so good. If you've never seen this one, check it out. Great suspense film. Love it. So thankful to have it in the collection. So thankful that friends recommended it and I had a chance to win this one. So Wait Until Dark with Audrey Hepburn and a young Alan Arkin as well. Check that one out. So the letter X. Here's the situation, friends. I don't have any. I used to have all the X-Men films and I enjoy them, but they're not ones that I would watch multiple times. And that is the rule in my collection. I only keep stuff I will watch multiple times. And I wouldn't keep that. The X-Men films, see them and they're great. But here's the thing. I don't have them. I used to. I foolishly sold them. But right here, I would go with either one of the X-Men or X-Files films. I'm a huge X-Files fan and grew up watching the show. I'm still hunting for them. So when I go to thrift stores, I hope to one day find them again. X-Files is what I would go with the letter X if I had them in my collection. The letter Y. This is a film that when I heard about it, I thought the idea was really unique and fun. And then I watched it and it was just that. It was really great, a ton of fun, and a really, really cool premise for a film. And it is Yesterday. If you've never seen this one and you're a fan of the Beatles, check this one out. Really great, highly recommend it. And for the letter Z, I'm sorry, I don't have anything for you. Yes, Zombieland, I have seen those films, and yes, I do think they're funny. Again, not ones that I would rewatch multiple times. Zoolander, seen it, it was funny, not one I'd go back to many times. So I don't have anything for the letter Z. Zero Dark 30, unbelievable film, not one that I would watch multiple times. So if you have a recommendation for me, please feel free to leave it in the comments below. So friends, those are my picks, with the exception of Z, and I don't have anything to hold up for X. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed those. I've been enjoying watching all of your videos of the A to Z challenge. Huck, once again, thank you so much for the invitation. This was a lot of fun to go through the collection. And that's what I would choose today if you asked me to bring over films, one from each letter and a number. That's what I would bring today. Friends, thanks so much for checking out this video. I hope you're doing really well. Take care of yourself. We'll see you next time.